Y cuando leí,
I read the results myself and I said, Father, give me strength, because I have something.
que tengo algo.
Y juntos fuimos al cuarto, a nuestro cuarto.
We went to the bedroom and knelt at the bed, and I put my hand on her head and prayed, Lord, heal my wife.
Señor, sana a mi esposa.
As a believer in Jesus Christ and as a young pastor attending seminary, Rafael knew only one thing to do when he heard the news that his wife Estrella had a brain tumor: pray.
Que debemos creerle a Dios.
We need to believe in God. He has promised to be with us always, in good and bad times.
Y en las malas.
Fui y le entregué el
I picked up the results and took them to the doctor myself. He asked, is this yours? I told him to tell me everything. I'm not afraid because I'm a Christian.
The doctor, a non-believer, laughed at her belief, and he gave her some advice while she had to wait 2 months for surgery.
Y él me dijo, mientras tanto,
He said, meanwhile, call on God to see if He will help you. And I told him that I would call on God, but not so much that He might heal me, but that you would be converted.
La operación fue exitosa.
The operation was successful, but unfortunately they could not remove the entire tumor. They left 70% of the tumor in. There was facial paralysis as a result. This was very difficult for her.
De una parálisis facial. Fue para ella muy difícil.
y en esos tiempos sí fueron difíciles.
During that time, yes, it was difficult. What affected me most was the facial paralysis. That was terrible for me. Not when they told me I had a tumor, but when I had to face not only the paralysis, but also the time it took for recuperation.
No solo aquella parálisis, sino al tiempo de recuperación.
Estrella's faith is what has kept her going during this time in her life, especially the time she had to be apart from her daughter.
Ese sí fue un tiempo bien difícil, la separación de mi niña.
The separation from my daughter was very difficult. My daughter was with the mother of my husband, and I was with my mother. I never thought to be separated from her so long. We talked by telephone, but I missed her greatly.
Hablábamos por teléfono, pero la extrañaba mucho.
It has been over 2 years since the surgery, and Estrella continues to show signs of healing as the tumor shrinks in size. But for Estrella, it is the power of prayer that strengthens her and others like her as they go through these difficult situations.
Dios ha respondido nuestras oraciones.
God has answered our prayers. The fact that my wife is here today with only a few limitations is only because of God. He answered our prayers and the prayers of many other believers here in Cuba and around the world.
Y las de tantos hermanos que nos han estado apoyando en Cuba y en el mundo entero.
La oración es poderosa.
Prayer is so powerful. For me, it was a great blessing to know that so many people were praying for me.
Bueno, mi pedido de oración es
My special prayer request is for all those children of God here in Cuba that are going through difficult moments, hard moments. But not only that God would heal us and take away the difficulties, but that we might be strengthened and glorify God even in the midst of those difficulties.
aún en medio de esas dificultades.